Hey guys, what's up? Sectatron here from One Hive Gazette, here with the next video, and this one's talking Town Hall 10 defensive for a moment. Gonna be a very quick video. I just want to talk a little bit about this new concept, not really new, but I guess kind of new to Town Hall 10 that we've been seeing with these all four offset air defenses. It's kind of like the Town Hall 9 no-fly zone base that I built a few videos back. Be sure to check that out if you haven't already. I built a Town Hall 9 base that uses the same concept to defend against the Loon meta right now at Town Hall 9, or at least try to defend. It's very powerful and difficult to defend at Town Hall 9, but regardless, at Town Hall 10, I think this is even a better option because dragons and other kind of non-Lava Hound air attacks are very much so weaker at Town Hall 10 than they are at Town Hall 9. It's pretty much Lava Hound based attacks if you're talking air at Town Hall 10, which makes this a good option because it can really screw up the Lava Hounds if you have your air defenses offset like this. So I just want to comment on a few things in this video. This design isn't that good, to be honest. It was just kind of thrown together for this video. You can see it's not finished. I mainly just put in some important defenses, and it's definitely not something I would use as my base. I'd make, a lot of changes, little things to try to make it a better defensive base. But one thing right off the bat, I want to tell you guys, if you should only use this if you're a mid to max Town Hall 10. If you're a new Town Hall 10, this isn't going to work as well because your archer towers will be too low level. You'll probably get hit by dragons, or there'll be some way to exploit this kind of weird setup on your base. You want to have high level archer towers and wizard towers, cannons too. That also helps. Just all around high level stuff is going to make this a better option. If you have just a very new level 1 Inferno base, you can try this, but I don't think it's going to work as well, in my opinion. But yeah, basically what this base is doing, it's putting all four air defenses here, and it's putting all the cannons and the bomb tower and stuff that's not air targeting in that area around those air defenses, which basically means if they want to do a La Lune, they have to do it on the bottom here. But at the same time, all your air stuff is at the top. So if they do try just a classic La Lune, the balloons are going to end up in this area with no Lava Hounds to tank for them, and they'll get torn apart pretty easily. Notice the air sweepers are also in this area. On the Town Hall 9 base build, I put them defending the air defenses, but I think at Town Hall 10, it's a little safer to put these guys up with the archer towers and wizard towers. That way you can just make sure there's nothing air coming from that direction. So that's my recommendation there. A few other things I want to talk about. The queen, that's a big point. The queen is by the air defenses, which you would think is very weird, but you don't want to completely put all your air targeting stuff at the top of the base up here. You want to at least leave the queen at the bottom. Most bases I've seen have done this, and I think, I don't have a ton of experience, but I think the rationale is you can't just put air defenses, because then they might come with like a big kill squad over here, take out your queen plus all your air stuff, then they could possibly La Lune this part of the base. You don't want to make it like that. You want to put the queen there so the Lava Hounds pop even earlier, so they have to at least take out the queen if they want to use a La Lune. Otherwise, they'll have to deal with the queen on this bottom part of the base. So you don't want to just leave the air defenses up. That's a pretty important point to make. I recommend putting the queen on the bottom half by the air defenses, because even if they do come from this side, really the queen, not having her at the top is not a big deal. She's pretty much just an expo that kind of walks around a little bit and can aggro troops and stuff. She's not that much of an asset at Town Hall 10, especially where the archer towers can be very high level and stuff. So I'd put her at the bottom here just to add a little bit more to the air defenses to help them out in case there is a La Lune from that side of the base. As far as air traps go, I'd recommend also putting probably a Seeking Air Mine on each side. You don't want to completely sell out at the top, because people can, like I said, use a big kill squad, take out all of this stuff up here, and then try a La Lune on this part of the base, or even some kind of probably a Laloon, yeah, something like that, and the balloons will have nothing hitting them. So you want to have at least something to pop these lava hounds a little bit quicker. Even though all 4 air defenses are here, there's still that possibility. So I put the other 3 up top here, defend dragons, defend balloons, whatever's coming in this area, because there's a good chance they might try something with no air defenses up there. Also, pretty much all the red traps up here, that's going to be your best bet. There's no point putting them down here, really, unless there's anything out of range of an air defense, but of course the air defenses have everything covered, so there's no point putting a red bomb there. It'll just get soaked up by a lava hound, because a lava hound is really the only troop they will be dropping in this area. No point dropping balloons or dragons with all this air defense coverage. So I think that pretty much covers it. Some people like using the skeleton traps on air. Personally, I still like them on ground, but I can see it both ways. The king, you can also decide. I put him here to protect the queen a little bit, but you have a little bit of liberty with that. As far as CCs, your CC troops, for Town Hall 10 in general, almost beyond this base, I usually like bringing a Baby Dragon Valk combo. I think that typically forces the queen's ability. If there's some other point defense on her, the rage won't just do it in some circumstances, depending on where the queen is. So I think that's a good choice to bring. Or you could try bringing like a Lava Hound or something. I just feel that can be, especially on a second attack, which typically you get to that at Town Hall 10, that can be manipulated in some different ways to make it beneficial for the attackers. So Teslas, I'm not going to really talk too much about them. I just put them like little places. I like them on the outside of the base these days, just like places like this. I think they can be pretty effective out there, just spreading stuff out, really mess up balloon pathing. This base doesn't have to worry as much about balloon pathing. I think I might make a video on Teslas and traps at some point, but not today, just talking Town Hall 10 basics. So this is just kind of a very general video. Hope this helped you guys, you Town Hall 10s. If you're wondering why you keep getting hit by Laloon, it's very common. It's probably the only viable air composition. We do see a little bit of dragons, but for the most part, it's strictly Laloon, and this is a good way to try to defend that. So let me know what you think below. If you guys want, I might consider building a full base at Town Hall 10, maybe even doing some friendly challenges on it or something. But yeah, that'll do it for this video for today. Hope it helped, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, Sectatron out.